praise is due to the Most High. We talking boxing talk. We talking boxing talk, so pay attention. God made you and I in his own image. Sometimes, like in boxing, life knock you down. Get up on both feet, we never accept defeat. Remove the chains off your mind and take your time. The truth teller's always on the front line. You COINTELPRO boxer fans, you're dead wrong. Spitting division and hate all day long. But I rebuke you spineless devils in the name of Jesus. And y'all know we really don't give a damn about your wicked motives, always trying to split the fam. We talking boxing talk, so pay attention. God made you and I in his own image. Sunday afternoon, I need to unwind. I grab a cup of tea and play my sister Sugar Free. Mom, her knowledge, she will set you free. But don't get it twisted, ain't nothing sweet. We talking boxing talk, so pay attention. God made you and I in his own image. My brother Drew Titan early in the AM, always speaking facts about the code. All the truth tellers, yeah, they real bold. The General 78, yeah, he real cold. Need some boxing history, shout out to Stormy B. Queen Shawala, always on the scene. And gotta give a shout out to our champ side, getting us real facts, always down to ride. Now through one of these truth tellers you found me. Now let's talk boxing with Coach B. We talking boxing talk, so pay attention. God made you and I in his own image. Shout out to my brothers Freedom March, Patrice X, who helped me put this whole thing together, and my sister, the great honorable Dr. Cameron Fields, helping us get our minds right. Mind, body, and soul. Peace to the family, peace to my comrades, and it's always smoke to the COINTELPRO boxing fan. Family, come on in, take a seat. You can sit in the front or you can sit in the back, it don't matter. All usher board members, please take your post. Shout out to all the wrenches in the house. Salute. The real Sheldon LDBC is in the house. Salute to the Queen Shaquilla Fields. Salute to my brother Patrice X in the house. Family, please give me a 1 in the chat if you can hear me. Please let Coach know that you can hear me and the sound is good. Salute Macadacious Mac of the South, pimpin' since been pimpin'. To all of the professors in the chat, all of my wrenches, we are going to be spitting truth like always, so you know when we spit that truth, the devil tries to show his face. So please moderate the chat. Any devilish trolls, get them the hell up out of here. So this is the response to Claressa Shields to Layla Ali. But first, I just have to acknowledge some things that took place when me, Coach Hudson, came to YouTube to defend the slandering that was going on. And unfortunately, I was attacked by my own sisters. So please, family, sit tight because it's going to get real biblical in a second. But let me just show you what I had to deal with, family. Let me share something with you. So last week, I dropped a video that said, "Let the record show." And In that video, I didn't disrespect anyone. I didn't disrespect any women. But what I did was I showed the community that there was a back and forth between the GOAT, Claressa Shields, and the former light heavyweight and heavyweight champion of women's boxing, Laila Ali. And because I showed the truth, unfortunately, there were women, my sisters, from the so-called black boxing fan base, that lit up my post. And I just want to show you all some of the things that they said to me, and I'm going to address all of the ignorance that I had to deal with after defending one of our own. Let's get into it. So let's go down to the bottom. Let me show you all something. When I dropped the video, I had a few people. Shout out to Lolita Music. She said, "You said that, kudos, all facts, shine on, Claressa Queen." My brother Black Martial Arts Society said, "You're not alone," on the heel. Now, here we have Fun Girl Honda that said, "This Floyd Mayweather and Terrence Crawford comparison doesn't work because Terrence hasn't come for Floyd that I know of. If Terrence Crawford came out and called Floyd out, Floyd would respond. Claressa got exposed and some of y'all are mad because yes, it is as bad as it looks. Her character is terrible and anyone who supports her behavior got issues too." So it's no longer just a boxing debate or a difference of opinion. Now my character is attacked because I so-called approve of this behavior that all of these so-called morally correct sisters are now saying on the page. So let's see what I say to her. I say that the Floyd comparison actually does fit because Crawford has said in his prime he would have beaten Floyd. I gave the source, the Shannon Sharp interview where Floyd answered and said, "I am retired and this is Crawford's time." This is after Crawford had said what he had to say. This could have been a similar transaction of communication between Laila Ali and Claressa, and it didn't happen. So then she says, did Crawford say Floyd didn't deserve the recognition he gets? They all say they are the best, but it's another thing to disparage someone's legacy. So after I show you proof of what you said didn't happen, now it's, well, did Crawford say Floyd didn't deserve the recognition he gets? All right. So now we're dealing with this moral back and forth. Let's go up because I'm not going to go into the whole thing. You can go look at that video and see. But let me just show you how wicked it gets. So here I say she still, so this is Chosen 11973 says, she still didn't call anybody's name, so you are reaching. Now, some might say, well, coach, you shouldn't take that to heart. What this person is calling me is a liar. Even though I gave timestamps, even though I gave interviews, primary sources, not secondary, primary sources. I give the timestamp. Let's go up. Now, Regina Wilson, brothers and sisters, that sounds like a sister. Okay. So Regina, 14, now this is just 14 hours ago, says so bring 'em. And what she's talking about is the name of my video. It says let the receipts also show. So she says so bring 'em. All right, so let's go on up. So she actually eventually watches it. And I'm going to go back down to Roofing Lynn and some other people in a second. But let's go on up. So after she watches it, she can't say that I lied. It's no longer about whether the things happen that I showed or not. They start with the personal attacks. Auntie says to me, ooh, your little feelings are hurt. Okay, let's go down. Let's go down. Shout out to Bonita Burns, who said thank you for this, because everybody's on the Ali train just because they want to be against Claressa Shields. I didn't even read this one. Most of the people speaking bad about Shields is just fake Remy fans because they're really not fans of hers. If you ask these people why they don't like her, they wouldn't even be able to give a valid reason. I'm glad you showed how Ali manipulated the clips that she put out to make her look innocent, but left out other interviews that had taken place. Ali ducked the $5 million deal they had on the table years ago. They do not like her being a very accomplished, dark-skinned girl. Shout out to Bonita Burns. Roofing Liz says wrong. Claressa took it personal. I disagree. Layla was not talking about her personally. She spoke in general. Stop it. That's what Roofing Gal Lynn says. So then I say, hey, I can tell you haven't watched the whole video. So look, watch the whole video. And at the 12-minute, 27-second mark, she is talking directly to Claressa Shields. Roofing Lynn says nothing else to me. Let's go on up. And don't worry, Auntie Regina, I got you. Let's go on up. Patience says her life outside the ring is just as messy. She is with a married man who said on $1 million worth of game she was in his DM, but was in his wife's inbox getting tips and advice, then end up with her husband. Is this who you want your child looking up to? No, it's not. Now she rap. It's too much. She is a distraction. But this BS, Ali showed us all the receipts she needs. Validations, then good medals over 15 years ago. So the 2 Olympic gold medals don't even matter to the sister Patience. Okay, so let's see what I said to Patience. I said, first of all, a child shouldn't be in grown folks' business. And really, as far as the sport of boxing goes, we don't give a damn about that. I said, you do know Layla Ali's mom and Muhammad Ali's second wife have a story as well, which is very similar to the Claressa and Papoose story. But that's none of our business. When my child sees the Fire Inside biopic on Shields, that's something our children can look up to. Now back to what's actually in the video. You all can read the rest of that. But I'm answering and I'm defending, and I'm starting to realize some of these people are not even real boxing fans. Some of these people are these reality TV, love and hip hop baddie. See, here's the thing. How do you all know what's going on in a industry that parades our sisters around like whores and pieces of meat, and then get on here talking about your moral condemnation of Claressa Shields? But don't worry, because Claressa defends herself better than I ever could in her video we're gonna go over in a second. Of course, I got Jared Green, my brother, in the house. The Queen Sugar Free Mars says, talk to him, King. Shanika Divine, I know that's a sister, Auntie. She says, Auntie says, Shields' attitude overshadows whatever good you're trying to prove she has done. I pray that God never judges you like that. And then Regina Wilson, after seeing all those facts, a sister insults another black woman. Regina Wilson says, Mr. Clarence, I see it now. Now these are sisters insulting sisters. So is the black girl power thing real, or is it only the sisters y'all like? Or is it only the whores in the industry who are telling your little girls on the radio to suck meat, pop they pee, and pop their ass? But I'm going to disabuse you of all of that. Now, a part of me, I'm not going to lie to you, family. You all know how passionate I can get. A part of me said, you know what, Coach? I should just go ahead and completely destroy all of them and their character. But I'm not going to do that yet. I want to tell you this. Something that I found in the scripture that I want you all to remember. And this is all around backbiting, slandering your brother and your sister. Because in the midst of my frustration, after I have defended black men and black women, since you all have seen me on YouTube, especially in the world of boxing, to have my own attack me like that because you want to drag another sister, I realize that I'm dealing with a spirit. I'm dealing with a character flaw. I'm dealing with a sickness inside the minds of these people. So the scripture that speaks of warring not against flesh and blood, but against principalities of darkness and spiritual wickedness in high places popped into my mind. And I remembered Psalm 23 that says, "The Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want. He maketh me to lie down in green pastures. He leadeth me beside the still waters. He restoreth my soul. He leadeth me in the paths of righteousness for his name's sake. Yea, though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil, for thou art with me, thy rod and thy staff, they comfort me. Thou preparest a table before me in the presence of my enemies. Thou anointest my head with oil, my cup runneth over. Surely goodness and mercy shall follow me all the days of my life, and I will dwell in the house of the Lord forever." Coach, what does that mean? Well, one of the biggest things I want you all to get from this before I play Claressa defending herself is that the word is saying that your enemies got to be present for him to bless you. The scripture is saying, even when you are near death, I am still with you. So it don't matter what they got to say against you. It don't matter what rumors they rise up and slander your name. But let's get into it, family. All church members, please sit tight, because we're going to deal with this today. All of you who disrespected me and my character, that scripture's for you. Now let's get into the sister and her video. This is the response that Claressa Shields, her video of the account of what happened. And those of you who actually watched the video, my video last week, you will see that Claressa used the same clips that I did in the same order. Let's get into it. Add that to the stage, please. Oh, here we go. Turn that background music down for me, please. Now, this is the sister Claressa about to defend herself. Please pay attention.
Record straight on what really happened, how our beef started, and how we got here today. So let's take it back to the beginning. 16-year-old Claressa Shields from Flint, Michigan, fighting her way to the Olympics to represent her country. Now, for those who don't know, around this time, I was relatively unknown. I was a diamond in the rough. Mary Spencer was 3-time world champion. She is from Canada. Me and Mary Spencer met up at the Continental Championships to face off. And oh, did I put a whooping on Mary Spencer. For those who don't know, the World Championships and the amateurs come around every 2 years, where all the countries in the world meet at the World Championships, and you have to fight 5 to 6 days back to back to become world champion and hold a gold medal. Mary Spencer did that 6 years in a row. I, relatively unknown, at the age of 16, beat Mary Spencer on the point system.
Now let me stop there for a second. I love how Claressa lays the foundation. Those of you who claim to be lovers of the sport of boxing. You don't even know who the hell Mary Spencer is. Like I said in my video, let me calm down because we got a lot of building to do. Like I said in my video last week, 2012, 2011, 2010, you wasn't with us. Those of you who act like you care about someone being a role model for little girls. Claressa was out there handling business and they didn't want to give her sponsorship because of the way she looked and she was rough around the edges. But Mary Spencer was the 6-time undefeated champion. Keep going, Claressa.
17 points to 34. After that, interviews flooded in from all over.
One of them is boxer Claressa Shields. She just finished her junior year at Flint Northwestern, and while her classmates enjoy summer vacation, she'll be competing in the world's biggest stage.
She has to be one of the potential feel-good stories of the London Games.
American Claressa Shields has the potential to stand out from the crowd. At the age of 17, she was the youngest boxer to try out for the national team. And Shields hopes to qualify for the London Olympics by finishing in the top 8 of the middleweight category in China.
You know, I always have the highest hopes for myself.
So she was not the first person to interview me. Me beating Mary Spencer put everybody on notice.
Me, that little girl from Flint, Michigan, is what put me on the map to start getting interviews. So this lie, this slandering that you all have been doing to try to make it seem like, oh, Layla just out of the goodness of her heart came out of nowhere to help little old Claressa, and then out of nowhere, Claressa got an attitude, started messing with Remy's husband, and then started beefing with Layla Ali. That is a lie straight from hell, and I'm here to again step on it and step on you who claim to be brothers and sisters. Whole time you are a bitter, Judas-minded individual.
The young black girl from Flint was coming. Speaking of all the interviews that I did, Layla Ali came to the Olympic Training Center where I was training for the Olympics at, and me and her developed a big sister and little sister relationship. And now I wonder if it was even genuine because she gave me bad advice. She told me to stay amateur and win as many Olympic gold medals as I can because there was no TV exposure and no money for women's boxing in the professionals.
When she asked for advice, I gave her valuable branding advice and boxing advice so she could have long-term success in and outside of the ring. I told her she should hire a nutritionist, trim off that excess body fat.
That was nothing but her trying to body shame me and discredit me for winning world championships at weight classes in 5 different weight classes, which is 154, 160, 168, 175, and 175 plus. I went against her advice, and I was the first woman to make $1 million.
Now, again, what Claressa is saying is that Layla told her, keep your business in amateur women's boxing because you're not going to make any real money. So if Claressa would have stayed, eventually she would have gotten sponsorship that would have made her wealthy. But Claressa decided that I'm going to go into professional women's boxing and drive the whole sport forward for all women. But you sisters want to come on here and attack me? Keep going, Claressa.
$1 million in women's boxing. Before this interview on The Breakfast Club with Layla Ali, me and her were very friendly. This is what ignited the entire beef.
You got Claressa Shields now, who's an Olympic champion. She went to the Olympics, won twice. Women's boxing wasn't in the Olympics when I fought. She actually fights at the weight class I fought in. And she's doing great. I mean, you know, it's still not what I would have wanted. I would have wanted more because I have a big picture in my head. It was great.
Would you ever get back in the ring just for fun, shits and giggles?
Money right, Layla there and night. You know, I don't think there's anyone there for me right now that would actually give me a good challenge.
She claims that I took this out of context.
Now, before we keep going, let me say this. I want you all to focus on what Layla Ali's vision would have been when it comes to sponsorship And like the Queen Layla just said, if the money's right, Layla there every night, which is very unlike her father. But that's who you all keep trying to act like. Layla is not Muhammad Ali. That is his daughter. And you all need to just go ahead and see the differences right now. Claressa, go ahead.
And one thing I will say, she wasn't just saying that I wasn't good enough to inspire her and to give her a challenge. She was saying that all the women who were currently boxing could not give her a challenge. The problem is that I am the only one that says something. Now, coincidentally, I'm not the first woman athlete that she's done this to. Let's rewind again and take it back to when Ronda Rousey was the queen of combat sports.
Are you a fan of Ronda Rousey?
I wouldn't say that.
Before it was me, Ronda Rousey was the queen of combat sports. I mean, this girl was armbar.
Now, Claressa in this clip is about to completely disabuse this notion that Layla is just so classy and just so above correction right here.
Girls in less than 30 seconds. She was viral. She was making hundreds of millions of dollars in her field. When she was on top of her game dominating, Layla Ali became jealous. And instead of her embracing Ronda Rousey, she started during interviews telling everyone how she would beat Ronda Rousey in a fight because she was too small and the size of her daughter. Play the clip.
Play Ronda Rousey. Would you be able to take Ronda Rousey?
And no woman can beat me, period.
No woman.
No woman, period.
Not even Ronda.
Of course not. She's too much smaller than me anyway. She's like the size of my daughter, my 3-year-old.
Layla Ali had been retired for years and still entertained conversations about coming out of retirement and fighting Ronda Rousey. Layla Ali was bluffing. She was bluffing then, and she's bluffing now.
Talk, Claressa.
This is what she does. She ties her name to whatever combat sports woman is popping, and she said that she'll beat them in a fight. And then she plays victim once they respond.
Talk.
So we all know that Ronda Rousey was on top of her game. Once Ronda Rousey lost, Layla Ali went on a celebratory tour.
Talk.
Laughing and celebrating the fact that Ronda Rousey had lost her first and only fight.
Me trainer. I was like, train Ronda Rousey. I'm like, but I thought you thought she could beat me. What happened?
So would you
look at that?
You can't
look at
train
that. Now, for all of you loudmouth, bitter ass people who tried to tell me about I didn't know what I was talking about, defend this. Defend this. See, these interviews were not shown. So like I said from the beginning, see, you all were better off just leaving me alone. Like I said from the beginning, first is first. If you don't know a damn thing about the sport of boxing, don't come over here messing with us. Don't bring your reality TV, love and hip hop, baddies, Jocelyn Cabaret, all that debauchery crap and try to bring it into the sport of boxing because we don't care about none of it. These are fighters. They were talking crap to each other, and we are not going to let you drag the character of a woman like Claressa Shields, who is one of our only fighters who stood up in the midst of the racism and disrespect that we have been facing in the last several years in the sport of boxing.
His chin to take a punch. But for the right amount of money, yeah, we could probably make.
What does Ronda Rousey need to work on?
Oh, where do I begin? You know what I mean? I think we need to understand that in order to be the best in the world, you definitely don't ever get beat up like that in your prime, period.
No, it was pretty bad.
I remember you said the best in the world don't get beat. You still feel that way?
No. I said that?
Yeah, I thought in reference to Ronda Rousey.
You don't get beat the way she got beat. You know, to just get 100% taken advantage of in the ring and just look like a little rag doll in the ring, that would never happen.
Now, this is the thing that people wanna overlook. She's supposed to be so classy and supposed to be so, above everything.
Talk, Claressa.
But look at these interviews here where she's clearly laughing at Ronda, discrediting Ronda, talking about how you can't be a great and lose that bad in your prime. She just taking a dump all over her, and Ronda Rousey was really that girl. So I don't know if you guys know, but up in boxing, it takes a lot to get inside the ring. It takes a lot to prepare for a fight. And we all have a camaraderie where we don't laugh at each other when we fail, someone loses a fight. We don't kick each other when we're down. We have a good sportsmanship, and if there is any competitive spirit, it's not in a disrespectful way. The way that Laila Ali celebrated Ronda Rousey's loss was disgraceful, and it showed that she has no integrity and that she doesn't even understand how serious the sport of combat sports is. So I'm playing these clips so you guys know it's not just me that Laila Ali hates on. She hates on any woman in combat sports who starts getting more notoriety than her.
Facts.
In Laila Ali video, she says that I have become a disappointment and a bad representation of our sport and culture. When Colin Kaepernick started to kneel to protest racial injustice and police.
Now, family. Now, look. Now, Shanika Divine, you said, Claressa, this is not it, hun. So is Claressa not supposed to defend herself? Is Claressa not supposed to defend her reputation after the slandering? Matter of fact, somebody defend what Claressa's about to show. Somebody defend this.
Brutality, it was a chain reaction. The world was tired of seeing unarmed black men being gunned down and killed by the police. Everybody came together to fight and stand united under one slogan: Black Lives Matter. Instead of joining the fight, this is what Laila Ali had to say.
What she had to say, Claressa?
You're black, but we as black people are not calling the shots. We're not in charge. You have to fit in. You have to conform to a certain extent, but still try to be true to yourself. You know what I mean? But at the same time, like with me, for example, I don't a lot of times just post that I like, that I might see that are very pro-black, but I won't post it on my Facebook page because I have fans from all races, from all around the world, and I don't ever like to make people feel separate. You know, and sometimes they do, like when you just be like, Black Power, I love my, you know, so it's like, you know, I think it's time to like, I like the all lives matter, or all lives matter, you know, and that's kind of what my focus is, but it's hard, you know, because, you know, you got sponsors, and you got this, and you got that, and you don't want to step on anybody's toes.
You said you don't want to speak.
You can't handle the truth. You can't handle the truth. Now, for all of y'all who attacked me, all of you who came onto my channel when I tried to tell you, hey man, leave this alone. Now check this out. Fun Girl Honda, you said this clapback was corny. She is corny. No, you're just a hater. She is defending herself. Hey, Fun Girl Honda, if somebody was dragging your name and your reputation, would you or would you not eventually defend yourself? Now, the sister Claressa was on the street. She was outside when the Colin Kaepernick thing was going on. She was outside when the Black Lives Matter thing was going on. On tape, you just saw the sister Laila Ali said, hey, that's not my thing. And you know what? That's her decision. That is very unlike her father. But hey, she's saying I got sponsorship. I got different fans that I don't want to insult. That's the type of person that she is. But what we're not going to do for those of us in the sport of boxing, we're not going to drag her because you all done came in here and try to muddy the waters. All of you who wanted to come onto my channel and tell me about, well, Claressa slept with Papoose and Papoose, you know, left Remy and all this drama. Family, this is the boxing community. We do not care. That's none of our business. To the fellas, to the brothers for a second. When we talk about the greatest of all time, Muhammad Ali, when we talk about the greatest of all time, Muhammad Ali, do we talk about the beef between his second wife and third wife, who is Laila Ali's mama? No, we do not, because it's none of our damn business. So do not allow them to bring that crap into the sport of boxing. We're disabusing all of you from that crap, bringing it into our house today. This is why we have to gatekeep certain things. So listen, Respect to you, sisters. Fun Girl Honda, Shanika Divine, respect to you, but we're not turning on the sister Claressa for none of y'all. Because if this was about a moral thing, all the debauchery that's on the radio, you all would remove it. You all wouldn't support it. All of this crap that depicts black women as hoish women all over television, you all wouldn't watch it. The ratings would be down, but the ratings go up and more up when they have these reunions, these bad girl club reunions, all of this, and you got your daughters watching this. Don't come on here and try to act like you're standing on some moral ground now. I respect when a devil lets me know to my face that he's a devil versus somebody who act like you with me, you with the brotherhood, you with the sisterhood. Whole time you have the spirit of a Judas inside of you. I'm gonna deal with y'all in a second.
Out because you don't want to lose sponsorships and you don't want to upset your different fans. Your father, Muhammad Ali, used his platform to stand up against oppression. To me, it doesn't seem like you're proud to be who you are or to be the daughter of the great Muhammad Ali. For those saying that Layla Ali YouTube hate documentary that she did was classy, that wasn't classy. That was mean girl energy. She was being nice, nasty. She's always wanted to hate on me out loud, and now she's doing it proud and with her chest out to promote a YouTube channel. Now, in Layla Ali hate documentary, she says that her dad would never want his name tied to mine and that he did not like the fact that I called myself woke. Well, lie detector test tells us that that was a lie. Play the clip.
Call yourself the GOAT, that's fine. It's flattering. You look up to my father. We both thought that was cute. That was sweet.
5 minutes later.
My father would not want to share his name or image with her. She does not represent anything about him in the ring or outside.
The champ is here! The champ is here!
Layla, did you forget that you told me that your dad was flattered and proud that I called myself the GOAT? Layla Ali says that I lied about what transpired when she asked me to spar.
Now, you know that was a flat out lie. We know that if that were true, she would have said it years ago when it first was mentioned that she wouldn't spar me. There is absolutely no way she would have passed up the chance to tell everyone that she called my bluff and I backed down.
Here is a clip of her telling the same story that I told when she asked me to spar.
You got that from your daddy?
Claressa sparring. When I talked to her, yeah, she reached out to me when she first won the Olympics and we talked and I gave her some advice. And I said, hey, you ever want to spar? And she's like, you want to spar me? I said, calm down.
I found that when she asked me to spar, I said, you want to spar me? The lie detector shows that that also was a lie. We're going to keep playing these clips. So now that we both see how the story of us sparring happened, if it is still on the table, if the offer is still on the table, we can still spar because we all know that you're not ever going to get inside the ring and fight against me. Oh. Nobody thinks that Layla Ali can beat me in the fight. She doesn't think that, and neither does our peers. Play the clips.
Claressa Shields. I don't think there's really any question that she's the best women's boxer today.
Of all time.
All time. You putting over Layla Ali?
All time, and I love Layla.
Wolf?
All time.
Coal miner's daughter?
All time.
And she's the best fighter fucking in the world, bro. Yeah, there's nobody better than Claressa as a woman, bro. I don't give a fuck who you name. Nobody is coming close to her. Yeah, 2 Olympic gold medals, bro. So if that's the case, if this girl was a man,
if she was a man,
bro, you know how much support niggas have of her. Like, the whole boxing world to have crazy support because she'll be Floyd Mayweather, bro.
There's no comparison.
Damn.
At all time. I love Layla too.
Yeah.
But ain't nobody coming.
Now let me pause there for a second. Did you all hear what Bud Crawford said? He said, listen, I love Layla, but the irrefutable truth is Claressa Shields is the greatest woman of all time. We cannot ignore the fact that this woman is a 2-time Olympic gold medalist, 3-time undisputed champion. Now, if I don't know what I'm talking about, you go tell Bud Crawford to his face that he don't know what he talking about. You go tell Shakur he don't know what he talking about. Family, I see you. Y'all know I'm cooking right now. I'm going to acknowledge everybody in a second. I see you. I'm going to give people a chance to call in. But I'm not doing it. Listen, we are not going to allow you bitter, contentious individuals to creep your way into the sport of boxing and drag one of our top fighters who stands on business, because really you've been wanting to hate on her this whole time. I want to show you the hypocrisy in some of you. Where were y'all at in 2012? Matter of fact, before that, where were you all at when if you all are women boxing fans? Tell me this, to the sisters. And I'm gonna give you a minute and 30 seconds to answer this if you're still watching. To the sisters who swear up and down they're Layla Ali fans, and this is about boxing, which is why you don't like Claressa, I want you to name 3 people Layla Ali fought. Timer started now. I'll do you one even better. I want you to name the fighter who is known as the coal miner's daughter that Layla Ali fought. What is her name? And what division did she beat her in? See, I'm going to show you how to pull that demon out and show you they liars and hypocrites. Tell me 3 women she beat right now. Google ain't fast enough. I know some of you got Chat GPT. Give me 3. I know you still in here because I got the same numbers. You can't. Let me just save it. You can't. You can't. Black Martial Arts Society, don't help them. Let me show you how to pour that oil on him. He blessed my head with hot oil. My cup runneth over. So listen, this ain't one of them rinky-dink channels, and you dealing with a brother that don't know what he talking about when it comes to the sport of boxing and the black men and women inside of it. Your time is up. You ain't no damn Layla Ali fans. You're reality TV watching, whoremongering, supporting, bitter, contentious individuals who decided this is my opportunity to hate on a sister that looked just like me, to hate on a sister that looked just like my mother, to hate on a sister that looked just like my daughter when I take that weave out of her head. Don't bring your ass back over here. I know you can't answer, and I know you're still here. My analytics show me. Now, for all of the church members in the front row, in the boxing community, that's how you get a devil the hell up out of here, and you pull that skirt off that devil. You ain't no damn Layla Ali fans. Now, hey, if you ask me about Floyd Mayweather, I can talk to you about Pretty Boy Floyd. I can talk to you about Money May. If you ask me about Roy Jones, I can talk to you about Pensacola, Florida. I can talk to you about him being cheated in the Olympics. Before I say anything about anybody's character, I can tell you about what they were saying before they got their fame, before they became household names. So to you mighty men and women in the sport of boxing, don't let them bring that worldly crap into our sport to drag one of our own. Look how none of them answered. Not one of them. You mean to tell me all of y'all that was just talking crap about your own sister, you done left the channel all of a sudden? You can't answer because you're not real boxing fans. Don't come to my channel again. You say they don't know any names because they're not really Layla Ali fans. They just like they're not really Remy fans. They hate Claressa because of her confidence, her beautiful chocolate skin. Let's let Claressa finish. Get done rebuking these damn devils.
Close to Claressa.
Right.
2-time Olympic gold medal.
Yes.
3-time undisputed.
Yes.
Well, how many weight classes she did? 6.
Even Muhammad Ali's grandson says that I am the best female fighter of this era.
Here with my boy Nico Ali Wash. How you feeling, brother?
I'm feeling amazing. How about yourself?
Everything's good. Claressa Shields came out today with she had a $15 million check in her video and told Layla Ali, step up, we got the money. What do you think in the bit? Is she reaching? Is it a potentially that could scrap? What do you think? What are your thoughts?
I don't think the fight is going to happen. I know Layla's significantly older than Claressa. If the fight did happen, I think it would be amazing for women's boxing. So that'd be a fun fight to see.
Is Layla even in the gym? Is Claressa just trying to reach to get to a different level? Is she trying to use Layla?
Oh, no, Claressa doesn't need to use anybody. Claressa is the greatest female athlete of my time. Like, there's no question about it. Her accolades speak for themselves.
Even Muhammad Ali's ex-wife, your stepmom, said that I'd kick your ass.
Talk, Claressa.
I'm Khalil Ali. I'm Muhammad Ali's wife. I just gave her a picture.
She said, I know.
I want to back her up. Okay. I'm backing her up. Okay. To kick Layla's ass.
She's too old now. She retired a long time ago. But if she can't turn down that bag, I understand $15 million. At the end of the day, man, and she got punching power, right? She do what she got to do, man. Get that bag and go on about her business. But hey, I got Claressa Shields. If you asking me who I got?
Yep.
I got the GOAT.
This is why you can't go anywhere, because we need those direct takes.
Got the GOAT.
This is why she's mad. Now, I have to put this out there. Layla, for you to do a 28-minute hate documentary, a smear campaign on my career, I have to give it to you. You are officially the most obsessed with me.
Claressa Shields. Claressa Shields.
Claressa. Watching Claressa Shields.
Okay.
We're not even in the same weight class. I know that she walked around heavier, but that would not happen. And not simply because she's not strong enough. Okay, because I would definitely knock her out. But because she's not talented enough to beat me. You're talented. You can box. You can.
Oh shit! Look.
Okay. Is it possible one of the biggest fights of all time, the matchup between you and Claressa Shields, could ever take place? Is it possible? Because that's what people want to know. What would it take?
It's absolutely possible. Is that she is just not physically big enough or strong enough to handle me. And she does not have enough skill to keep me off of her.
Want to do it?
Is she an inspiring opponent?
Is she? Of course, absolutely.
So now
especially
it's a matter
that
of,
mouth.
So now it's a matter
especially
of
that mouth.
If that
Because
mouth
when it's
raises
personal,
the purse high enough.
When it's personal,
Max, shut up.
That starts a fire, right? And when the money's right and it makes sense, then why not?
In 2020, when I was dominating all these weight classes.
Now, those of you, when I tried to show you those interviews on my video that I did last week, you were hating and saying that I was lying. But Claressa is showing you timeline, interview by interview of what happened. Let's keep going, because we're going to let Claressa finish this to defend herself. And all of you who claim to be Layla Ali fans, you didn't know who Christy Martin was? All of you so-called supporters of women's boxing, all of a sudden, you didn't know who the coal miner's daughter was. Let's keep going.
Classes, Layla pulled this exact same stunt. Now we're in 2025 and I'm more viral than I could ever even be happy about being viral. And now here she is doing it again, trying to tie her name to mine for relevance. When asked about fighting me in 2025, this is what Layla Ali said.
Claressa Shields, there's rumors that you're gonna come back and fight her. What? Everybody's talking about it, or in the boxing circle.
The rumor that I heard was that I said that unless somebody had 15, 20 million, don't even call me about this. That's all.
Turkey has that money. Turkey's gonna set this up. I know it.
Unless somebody calls me and says they have it, we're not even gonna have a conversation. I'm not trying to come back and fight, but if someone offered that kind of money, I would actually have to think about it.
My team win records. All of us came together and we had 15 million in escrow for Layla to have a fight against me. Listen, the spices aren't selling and her TV shows are doing very bad. I was trying to put some money in her pocket and help her defend her legacy. I got great news for you. We got the 15 million. But instead of her being happy about that, she got angry. And then, as we have to go on this hate documentary, you're gonna show a clip of me getting dropped in a fight that I won unanimously? I have won every fight, unanimous decision or by knockout. Layla, you won a fight majority decision, and it's even one that should have been a split versus Jackie Frazier. She said I'm a bad representation of our culture. Let's clear that up. I've never been in jail. You can't find a mugshot of me.
Talk.
I've never tested positive for PEDs or anything. So therefore, how can I be a bad representation of the sport? You know who is a bad representation? Alicia Baumgartner, who she has pictures with. So my message to all the young girls and young boys coming up, never let the people that came before you try to discourage you, put fear into you, and make you not want to chase your dreams.
Let me say this, family. Claressa Shields got every right to defend herself. And what I also just showed you is some of those people that I addressed in the very beginning of this live. They came into the chat, and as soon as I asked them to just name three people that Layla Ali fought, they have disappeared. Some of you have become the female versions of some of the brothers who hated on Deontay Wilder, who acted like they were boxing fans. Whole time, you were just somebody that wanted to join the lynch mob. Brother Malcolm once asked the question, who taught you to hate yourself? Who taught you to hate your nose and your lips? I think Claressa defended herself better than I ever could. But I came close, very close to the video she dropped using some of the same clips. You mean to tell me you so-called, hold on, let me, you mean to tell me that you all didn't know who Jackie Frazier was? You don't know who Valerie Mahfoud was? Christy Martin? These were some dogs. I think Ali was just too big for Christy, like my brother Black Martial Arts Society said. And Layla Ali was a big girl. It's a big woman. So let me say this. Before I drop the link, if nobody calls in, then we're going to head on out. Family, when they try to bring that crap into the sport of boxing, defend your people. We have to be the ones on the front line to stop all of this crap that's going on. Like I said and like I stated in the first video that I dropped to defend Claressa, y'all can't make me turn that fast on any of our fighters who have stood up the way she has stood up. Every single time one of our fighters is going through something, the fight, Clarissa's there and she's present. Every time they go out their way and say something racist, and you have scared to death men, scared to death Negroes, afraid to say anything, Claressa Shields right there to speak up for us. I'll be damned, I stand up here and I turn on her like that easy. I'm going to defend us. Now, let me say this and defend the sport of boxing. Fighters are going to talk crap to each other. Salute, my brother Drew Titan is in the house. Oh, man.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Salute, brother. Let me turn this music
brother,
down.
Man. Yes, sir. How you feeling?
I'm good, brother. How you feeling?
Yeah, I'm going along. I'm gonna send you some pictures later. I'm dealing with something right now, but I'm good, brother. I'm blessed.
Okay.
Yeah, yes, sir. Glad you did this because there were some things that either I forgot about or I didn't know about. You know what I mean? The root of my thing with these two sisters is I don't want to see them clash just for the sake of not seeing them clash. Because, you know, Layla's over it. She's old and over it. And Claressa, she's on all cylinders right now. When you want to talk about resume, you want to talk about heart, you want to talk about wanting to do everything. You know, the only L she got is in an MMA ring. And the only reason why she went to an MMA ring is because she couldn't get the proper opponents in the boxing ring, man. So this woman, as far as fight sports is concerned, she's a jack of all trades. And I still don't think she's getting her due. I still don't think it. And I say that respectfully, as in regards to this topic, it was more like upsetting and heartbreaking because I didn't want to see the sisters go head to head. But certain things you just can't help. I'm actually looking at my Netflix right now. Christy Martin has a movie they made about her.
Facts.
Yeah, they have Christy Martin. It's interesting because, you know, we were here. We followed her career in real life, in real time. Shout out to Jackie Frazier for those of the sisters that was in the chat that didn't know anything. But Layla, I thought her response, and that was a part one that she and it was tastefully done. The reason why I just said, you know, I would rather Claressa leave it alone is because more or less I don't want to see the sisters at each other's throat for a negative reason. This has nothing to do with ranking. This has nothing to do with it's really not even money. It's about them having an axe to grind. And if it's coming from a place of whether it be jealousy, if it's coming from a place of it being personal, I'd rather not see it. But there's just certain things that are out of our hand. Now, they like I said, there were things that you just played that I either forgot about or I just didn't see. And in hindsight, now I'm glad. Well, I wasn't really looking for it. Now I'm glad that that Claressa defended herself properly. She didn't get on there, you know, with papoose and the freestyle and anything like that. She answered respectfully, like how Layla answered. And now I'm like, well, damn, Layla, I hope there isn't a part two. I'm hoping just let it rest. If you're not going to fight her, I'd rather not hear anything else. If y'all not going to get along, just don't get along. But if Layla's feeling froggy and what that shot that she just fired at her saying the spices ain't selling or whatever, and she's trying to put money in your pocket, if it's that, then, you know, Layla said, hey, man, I still got a little six pack. I still work out. That don't mean nothing because you know what your dad looked like when he got in the ring in 1981. You know, that was not good. You know, but if you still if you think you still got it, then go for it. But let me just go on record saying I'd rather not see it because it just breaks my heart that it has to have gone here. And I'd rather not see it. But the way it's looking like, Coach, it's looking like this ain't going to be solved, you know, behind a keyboard or with a couple of videos, you know, because we just know that Claressa's She's about that life. And from what I remember with Layla, you know, she's about that too. You know, ain't too much talking that they ain't gonna do. So to me, I'm gonna say right now there's no fight. But, you know, if Layla's ego is anything, you know, like her dad's was, because her dad ain't duck no smoke. Check the resume. If she got that in her, then unfortunately, because let me go on record saying I'm not looking for this. Unfortunately, we might have a fight. But in regards to Layla defending herself, I think she did a brilliant job with this. And I'm glad you covered it because I didn't see it. So, yeah, I'm going to land a plane right there.
I appreciate you, my brother Drew Titan, calling
Sure.
in. You sound a little under the weather, brother, so I hope you feel better. I got my brother Patrice X in the house. Go ahead, brother. And I got my brother Mana Mansa Musa. Go ahead, brother.
Check your text. I'm going to hop off, but just check your text real quick.
All right. Salute to our brother Drew Titan. Go ahead, Patrice.
I appreciate that. And before I start, I want to say salute and congratulations on your fast. I know that that's not easy mentally or physically. So salute to you for that.
Thank you, brother.
Yeah, what I want to start with is now that you played all of these videos showing the evidence, I'm going to start from the beginning where Claressa talked about the advice that she got from Layla. Layla told her something along the lines of stay in the amateurs right now, or you should stay down here and keep fighting. To me, now that we've seen these videos, that advice to me almost seems like Layla was trying to sabotage Claressa from the jump. She was scared that Claressa was going to go ahead and start building her legacy professionally. And the sooner that Claressa got to start building that, the more Layla would be forgotten about. And I think we're seeing the same. I'm sorry?
Go ahead, champ.
Yeah, and I think Layla suffers a little bit from the same jealousy that Floyd Mayweather has, and you see this in many athletes when they were once great. They have a fear of becoming. I can't hear nothing. They have a fear of becoming irrelevant, and so
Hold on, Patrice X.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Hey, Mana Mansa Musa, brother, can you hear me? Mana Mansa Musa, you might have to come back in. Go ahead, Patrice X.
I can't hear you. Yeah, you might have to come back in. Sometimes that works for me too. But I think Layla has the fear of becoming irrelevant when you're retired and no longer active in the sport, and there is a young up and coming fighter who people are comparing to you and already starting to say are better than you. You see athletes get a little bit insecure about that, and I think Layla is one of those athletes who gets insecure that whether it was Ronda Rousey, who I don't think she had to worry about at all, but Claressa, where Layla feels like if Claressa gets props, then that equals me becoming irrelevant. And that's not the case. But you can't tell them that because sometimes when they retire, they might not have, I know Layla has her, whatever her seasonings and all that, but sometimes the athlete identifies themselves within the sport that they played. So they feel like when they're out of the sport, they're not really themselves. And all they have to identify themselves is the sport that they were great at. And if somebody comes along and performs better than them at that sport, it almost makes them feel inadequate in a way. Now, when it comes to Layla's behavioral pattern, sadly, because I usually see this in a certain other type of people, but Layla has a lot of passive aggressiveness. And what she does is she'll try to say something slick, but not direct, make it passive aggressive. That way, when somebody like Claressa calls her out on it and responds directly, Layla can then have an out and say, whoa, I didn't mean it like that, or I didn't this and that. Now, again, that's usually learned from other people. That's not usually how we operate as a people with passive aggression. You brought up a Malcolm quote earlier where you said, who taught you to hate yourself? When Layla was giving those comments about, well, I got sponsorships and other people to worry about and this and that. It's like, Layla, have you not looked at your father's life? Did your father think that way when he had the draft coming up?
Come on.
And said, well, I got to worry about this and that. Did your father think about that before he changed? Layla, what is your father's name? Muhammad Ali, not Cassius Clay. Did your father think about that when he was changing his name away from some colonized form? Like Layla, where were you at during it? If we all know this and we weren't even related to this dude, how did you miss that message? Because when you ask, you brought up the quote when Malcolm said, "Who taught you to hate yourself?" Well, we know it wasn't your father, Layla, because we know how your father moved. So who taught you to hate yourself, Layla? Probably the same people who you picked up that passive aggressiveness from, if I had to guess. You brought up, I'll end it right here. You brought up the Judas mentality in one of your last videos. I hear some of that in Layla. I'm sorry, but I do. I hear some of that in Layla when she's talking about, if the money's right, Layla there every night and all this other stuff. Hey, if the money's this and well, if you keep doing that, it's like, what else would you do for the money, Layla? If the money was right, as you so speak, would you degrade your father's name, your family name? Would you do, some other type of stuff and degrade this and that? Would you degrade your own people? Or we already see that she would hide from her own people. She would hide the pride of being black. She said it herself in the interview. Well, I can't post pro-black stuff, or I don't want to. You don't want to make who mad, Layla? Who would that make mad? When Mexican fighters post that, they don't worry about making somebody mad. When Anui's fans and Pacquiao's Filipino fans and all these people, when they post their Filipino pride and all that other stuff, they don't care about who makes them mad. So why do you have to feel like you have to validate yourself to a people, Layla, who tried to ruin your father's life? I'll end it right there.
Salute to my brother Patrice X. Thank you for always coming in and cooking with hot grease. My brother, Mind of Mansa Musa. Come off mute, brother.
Wee. Salute family and salute to my comrade, my brother.
Salute.
100. Man, I'm gonna piggyback off everybody and off everything that's been said, man. And I'm gonna come out and say my opinion. This woman been a sellout, man. She done underlived her father's name, who is the biggest, if not the most greatest name throughout history that ever spoke up for us and one of the greatest boxers that's known. I'm talking about you can place him up there with Marcus Garvey, etc. This man right here had meetings by himself with white people and stood up to him and told them how it was, and even stood in the face of them and told them, "I'm not going to fight no Viet Cong because they never called me nigga. They poor just like me, so why would I go kill and hurt them to give you more freedom and more laws when you won't even give it to me right here at home? You won't even stand up me for my beliefs. You won't even stand up for me for my rights.
Come
You
on.
won't even stand up for me right now, right here. So now, why would I do that?" So
Come
with
on.
that being said, let me go in just a little bit. You got these cooking shows and all this extra stuff. If anything, like Claressa said, you got pictures with Alicia Baumgartner and all these other women. Why ain't you building up me? Why ain't you loving on me? But you doing all this hating when I'm the face of the sport. I'm doing all this and doing all that and fighting all these people and got all these accolades and still making history. But instead of that, you'll try to come and degrade me. But Lady Ali has always had this spirit about her, even when she was boxing with her husband and all that stuff. Like she's just over everybody and she's better. And then to say stuff about I don't want to post stuff because I don't want to make nobody mad.
Come
You
on.
sure your father's daughter?
Come
Because
on.
your daddy would have never came like that. So what are we doing here once again, man? But I would love to see the fight. I would love to see her get a butt kick and show that she ain't never been who she say she is. Duck and Wolf, wink, wink. Carissa Shields ain't never ducked nobody. And I'm gonna say this right here and I'm gonna leave it. I said in the chat earlier, she's in no man's land. And she's mad at the younger woman, Carissa Shields, who got with the man Papoose with a plan, even though he's still legally married. But we know the situation with that. If you know, you know. And she's on the man's program right now. She's doing nothing but getting better, doing things better, and handling things even more excessive now that she's with a man of that character and she's listening. And in the words of Kevin Samuels, what Late Ali talking about, you can't make this shit up. Rest in peace to the Godfather and salute to my comrade.
Man, salute to my comrade, Mind of Mansa Musa. The village brother is in the house. Go ahead, brother.
Hey, coach, can y'all hear me?
Yes, sir.
All right, I'm a first say thank you so much for allowing us to speak what we want to say, and then also your videos. Last week last week with Layla Ali's video? Is that when it came out?
Yes,
I
sir.
I don't even remember, to be quite honest, because I didn't watch it. I didn't watch it because, in my personal opinion, I felt as though why do we need to know all the specifics? You go ahead and talk to her, figure all that shit out, and then you let us know whatever. But I always felt that that was a lame thing to do. I always felt that, okay, now we see all what you see, I guess, but it did make sense to me. I'm glad I waited, because now Clarissa just pretty much vindicated herself, and was allowed the truth to really be told. That said, now the thing, I'm a come at this at a nuanced way in regards to Layla, because we all understand the GOAT, Muhammad Ali, what he was able to do in the ring and outside of the ring. Now, something that maybe we might, how can I say this? We might have not been aware of is the things that he was dealing with at home. I only say that because of the fact that maybe that's the perspective on which Layla was acting on. And you see how the public, the media, really messed up Muhammad in his time, and was really on him on all that stuff. And in her opinion, or maybe in her thought process, is like, oh, to hold on to the money, I gotta do X, Y, and Z. I gotta, I gotta buck here and all this stuff, because I don't want to end up like my dad or whatever. In her warped sense of trying to make sure that she can be, what's the word? Financially solvable. I'm not sure if that's the right word, but in her pursuit of more money, she adopted a mentality that she thought would work, versus Clarissa, who went for integrity from the jump. And now she's seeing that, oh wow, I could have maybe possibly been more, been stuck to my integrity, stick to my lineage, and see how well Clarissa is going. And it's like, okay, no, I can't, this, out of fear, out of the fact that what Patrice was saying earlier. Oh, like I'm gonna give her the wrong information. I'm not gonna let her, I'm gonna just tell her what let her get to a certain strategy, let her get to a certain ceiling, and then that's it. Because I want my legacy to still be, I don't want my legacy to be outshined.
Right.
Does that make sense? I know I kind of went every which way with it.
No. I understand what you're saying. For those of you who might be a little lost, you can't hear me? Can you hear me now? Village brother.
No, I still can't hear you.
Hold on, let me. Can you hear me now? Test. One's in the chat if you can hear me. One's in the chat if you can hear me.
Oh, that's weird. Hold up. I can hear the music.
But you can't hear me? Hold on, family. Hold on.
Maybe I need to comment that out.
I think you got to go out and come back in. But PGH Big Dog said he can hear me.
Weird, Coach. I'm sorry. I can't hear you. You know what? I'ma just leave. But
okay.
I'll come back. Listen to what you got to say. Okay.
Okay.
Appreciate you.
Shout out to the Village brother. One's in the chat if you can hear me. One's in the chat if you can hear me. I want to make sure that you all can hear me before we close. Sincerely, 9187 said, I'm so happy that I found your channel. Keep growing. You're much needed in today's spiraling society. Salute to you. One's in the chat if you can hear me. One's in the chat if you can hear me. I want to make sure. All right, so everybody still can hear me. All right. Shout out to the Village Brother. What the Village Brother was saying is you have some people who will put their morals to the side for $1, and you have some who will not. You have some who will, because don't get it twisted, family. You can still go get your bag and keep your morals and integrity. Claressa Shields was the first woman to make $1 million purse in the sport of boxing. She didn't have to become a Sambo to do these things. If you're following what I'm saying. There we go. We're back. Yeah, we're back. So let me say this. When we talk about Ali, for those of you who have been with me this whole live, I've shown you the hypocrites. I've shown you those who say that they are fans of Laila Ali and they couldn't even name anyone she's fought. This was never about Laila versus Claressa. All of this, Bonita Burns says, yes, she would. I think that says degrade her own people. She already has. Look at what she's trying to do to Claressa. You have never heard of Laila doing anything for any black community. Shout out to Bonita Burns. Bonita Burns is actually one of those who were in my comments when I dropped the video last week, who was supporting me in showing the facts. These are fighters, family. Fighters are going to trash talk. Fighters are going to do things towards each other. But there gets to a point where you have to stand up and defend yourself. Family, do not let these mischief-making devils and little devils distract you and make you think that they were comrades of Muhammad Ali. To make you think that they were friends of Ali, that they were friends of Brother Malcolm, that they were friends of Stokely Carmichael. See, now that our elders are dead and gone, everybody wants to be on the right side of history. They weren't no damn friends to our elders. They called our elders public enemy 1, 2, 3, and 4, and 5. All of them were on that watch list. So they can just miss me. It's just some folks I don't want to hear talk about it. I don't want to hear Jim Lampley and Max Kellerman try to tell me about our journey. And this is what we open ourselves up to when we tell everybody it's okay to lynch this one. It's okay for you to drag this one and their character. Because you know what happens? It becomes normal for all of our athletes, all of our children in all spaces to go through it. Why do you have kids in amateur boxing being called Tom and Jerry runners? These is children. Why do you have Angel Reese, Shador Sanders, Bronny James getting all of this hate for no reason at all? Y'all better wake up. What was my purpose in dropping the last video in this one? Because this is the last time I'm talking about it. I don't care after this if Laila drops another one video. I don't care if Claressa drops another one after this one. Whether they fight or not, the point I wanted to make to all of us today is that we need to be careful. Those who come amongst us saying brother and sister, king and queen, whole time they are complicit in dragging you through the street. They are complicit. I seen one sister say it don't matter what facts you show. I don't like her attitude, so she ain't shit. This is a sister saying it's about another sister. So let me say this to the sisters, speaking for the men for a second. Let me tell you ladies something. You all don't get to tell us when and when we can't defend you. When and when we can't protect you. What is the lie that we've been hearing all over social media and all on these podcasts for the last few years to fuel these gender wars, that black men don't protect black women? Now here I am protecting the black woman, really protecting both of them, showing you that they're both fighters, and they talk shit to each other. But they have hearts of a champion. And then you try to tell me and attack me for defending a sister that you don't like. You don't get to tell us how to defend and protect you. If we're going to do it, we're going to do it for everybody. And we're going to deal with each other how family handles in-house business. I don't know how some of y'all grew up. But in my house, my cousins, my brothers, my sisters, we might cut up in the house and we might bicker and fight, but you don't let nobody jump on your family when y'all get out that door. Because if I hear about it, this dad talking, if I hear about it, you let somebody jump on one of your little cousins, one of your little brothers, one of your little sisters, or y'all get to fighting and you run or you don't do nothing, your ass is mine. See, anytime we're speaking the truth, anytime we're cooking, you always have a devil that's been sitting here watching the whole time that got to say something. Wrenches, you know what to do with them. So what does the scripture say as we land this plane and enjoy the rest of our day? Psalm 101, whoever slanders his neighbor secretly, him I will destroy. Ephesians chapter 4, verse 29, let no corrupting talk come out of your mouths, but only such as is good for building up, as fits the occasion, that it may give grace to those who hear. So let me say this. I don't care what you think. When it comes to me, defending those who've been having our back the whole time. It don't matter. See, your battle isn't against me. Kagrin, you spineless, devil-minded demon. Your fight is with God. That's where my wisdom come from. That's where my strength come from. And it don't matter what you say. It don't matter what you comment. Because Psalm 91 says, he that dwelleth in the secret place of the Most High shall abide under the shadow of the Almighty. I am protected and I am shielded. Shout out to the Queen Layla Ali. She is an imperfect human, but she is still one of our sisters and one of our queens. Shout out to Claressa Shields. She is an imperfect human, but she is still our sister and one of our queens. And I'll never, in the words of Ashada Shakur, let my enemy tell me who my enemy is. Peace to the family. Peace to my comrades. And it's always smoke to you COINTELPRO boxing fans and you damn devils. Peace. All praise is due to the Most High. We talking boxing talk. We talking boxing talk, so pay attention. God made you and I in his own image. Sometimes, like in boxing, life knock you down. Get up on both feet, we never accept defeat. Remove the chains off your mind and take your time. The truth teller's always on the front line. You COINTELPRO boxer fans, you're dead wrong. Spitting division and hate all day long. But I rebuke you spineless devils in the name of Jesus. And y'all know we really don't give a damn about your wicked motives, always trying to split the fam. We talking boxing talk, so pay attention. God made you and I in his own image. Sunday afternoon, I need to unwind. I grab a cup of tea and play my sister sugar free. Mom, her knowledge, she will set you free. But don't get it twisted, ain't nothing sweet. We talking boxing talk, so pay attention. God made you and I in his own image. My brother Drew Titan early in the AM, always speaking facts about the code. All the truth tellers, yeah, they real bold. The General 78, yeah, he real cold. Need some boxing history, shout out to Stormy B. Queen Shawala, always on the scene. And gotta give a shout out to our champ side. Getting us real facts, always down to ride. Now through one of these truth tellers, you found me. Now let's talk boxing with Coach B. We talking boxing talk, so pay attention. God made you and I in his own image. Shout out to my brothers, Freedom March, Patrice X, who helped me put this whole thing together, and my sister, the great honorable Dr. Cameron Fields, helping us get our minds right. Mind, body, and soul.